Over a third of UK households own a dog, and it's twice that in the US. The families in all those households all look different, but there are certain patterns in the dogs they tend to choose. In this video, I'm going to break down what I personally think are the best breeds of dogs for families at a range of different sizes. First though, what do I mean by best for families? So there are three things that I look for in a breed when thinking about putting it into a family setting. The first one is, of course, friendliness. Having a fierce protector is obviously great if you need one, but it's also somewhat of a risk, and not necessary for all families who maybe are looking for a dog who will just love of them, accept all strangers, and get on well with other dogs and animals. Second, a family dog has got to be patient with and positively love children. If you've got kids, you know that is probably the priority for most parents. And finally, the dog's got to be outgoing. Kids have friends over, families go out on day trips, plan changes at a drop of a hat. The best kind of dog for a family then is one who is down for anything, who rolls with the punches, who brings the party to whatever's going on. So then, here are my top picks that meet those criteria. Oh, and because size preferences are arbitrary, I'm not going to rank my best picks, but just give you one or two great picks in each size category. So then, in the toy and small dog category, my top picks have got to be the Staffordshire Bull Terrier and the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Both of these dogs are notoriously friendly with man and beast, giving their wriggly love and attention to everyone and everything that comes across. Though Cavs are probably better with other dogs than Staff is. They both are famed for absolutely adoring children, both as playmates and napping companions. And whilst it should go without saying that no dog can be a babysitter, there are some of the safest companions for your little ones. Both of these dogs are also happy-go-lucky little breeds who can be brought along to almost any social setting, though Staffies are usually a little less prone to anxiety than Cavaliers are in the most extreme cases. Tiny children need to be monitored more carefully around the boisterous battering ram that can be a young Staffy in particular, but for families with older children, both are amazing picks. In the medium to large category, now my vote has to go with two family favourites, the Golden Retriever and the Labrador Retriever. It's no surprise that these dogs have become iconic family companions globally. They are absolutely bursting with love and enthusiasm for pretty much everything. They tend to love their owners and strangers and other animals and basically anything that you decide to get them involved with. They are gentle and affectionate with children, keeping their boundless energy controlled better than many breeds when around the vulnerable little frames of your kids. But bear in mind that both breeds have working and showing lines, and it's the showing lines, not the working lines, that work better in families, with working labs and Goldens both being much more driven than most families to manage or enjoy. And I say that as a proud owner of a working line Labrador myself. There's not much to separate these dogs other than looks, though Goldens are sometimes a little more clingy and wary than their resilient Labrador cousins. But either way, you're getting an amazing medium to large size dog. Now, before we look at my picks in the large and giant category, if you're thinking about bringing a dog into your home and you have a family, choosing the right breed is incredibly important, but equally, if not more important, is going to be training them. And as a canine behaviorist, I can tell you that it is so much easier getting it right first time round than waiting for the problems to occur and trying to fix them later. And because my mission statement is trying to keep as many dogs out of shelters and off the euthanasia tables as possible, I created a completely free course. It's my Principles to Perfect Puppy Training course. There'll be a link in the description box below. So if you've just got a puppy or thinking about getting one, it absolutely will help you get it right first time round, save you all of the heartache, headache, and stress of a badly behaved dog, and most importantly, keep you and your family safe and have that perfect canine companion you've always wanted. But without further ado, let's finally move on to the large, or let's face it, giant category. And my top picks have to go for the Newfoundland and the English Mastiff. They're both absolutely huge. So when they're younger, their energy can sometimes be a bit of an issue, especially around small children. But as adults, they are among some of the most chilled out, laid back, mellow, and gentle dogs on the planet. My English Mastiff Eileen loves playing, but still spends most of her time sleeping or lying down. Because of breeding for the show and dwindling numbers at various points throughout history, Mastiffs are no longer the fierce protectors their ancestors once were, but they've still got more in the way of guarding instincts than a Newfie. So bear this in mind when choosing between the two. Newfies were bred for water rescue for a long time, and they do love to thrash around in water, which is another consideration. But regardless of the subtle differences that might make you choose one over the other, you are going to get yourself an amazingly lovable dog in both these giants, both of whom adore children. It's no coincidence that Nana, the canine babysitter to the Darling family and Peter Pan, was a Newfie, and no coincidence that both breeds are amongst the first to pop up when googling gentle giant dog breed.